Hello guys and dolls, how are you? All right, so let's get right to it, shall we? I hope you're well. Let's get right to it. Um one of my friends is he and two other friends are going to a wake today because one of their friends that they grew up with drowned. And it seems like I have to make this video every single year because people are not getting it. Maybe some people are getting it. I hope they are. So the three friends are going to the wake of the guy who drowned. And the guy who drowned was in a boat with, there were three of them in the boat. And somehow they got dislodged and booted into the water, which anything, drama can happen on the water in a split second. You know what I mean? Like it can happen really fast. Well, initially they were kind of laughing and cracking jokes, and probably because they felt silly, they got thrown out of the boat. But then it became unfunny pretty fast. They realized that one of them didn't come up, and they had to not rescue, they had to recover his body. Rescue is when they, rescue you from the water and you're alive and doing better because you got rescued. And a recovery is when they're looking for your body. So they recovered his body. The thing that pisses me off about that is that was 1,000% preventable. 1,000% preventable. Back in the day, we had no choice in life jacket. You had to wear this big, bulky, ugly, cumbersome life jacket that looked like a big old block, and you had to wear that. You didn't have a choice. Now, there's absolutely no excuse under the sun for not wearing a life jacket. There's no excuse. They come in different styles. They have really slender ones. I don't know how good they are in the water. I'm going to be honest with you. I wear the old-fashioned one. Not old-fashioned, but I wear the normal one, but not the big bulky one because they've come a long way since then. All right? But they've got these little slender ones. I don't know how good they are, and I don't trust them in the water, to be quite honest with you. So who knows? But you could get your favorite color. You could get different designs on them. I mean, there is absolutely no excuse in the world not to have one on. And if you're in the water and you're doing one of those numbers where you leave the life jacket in the boat, that's pretty stupid. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'd rather hurt your feelings than have you get dead because you were dumb. There's no excuse. And you don't leave it on your boat. We're not trying to prevent your boat from drowning as much as we're trying to prevent you from drowning. It makes no damn sense. And then people will incorporate alcohol into it, and, they're boating and drinking, and that's dumb too. That's really, really, really dumb. Because things can happen suddenly. And if you're intoxicated, you're not going to react as quickly. Okay? If you feel like you have to drink and you're camping, for example, you're taking the boat to where you're going to go camping, for example, what you need to do is you need to, I'm watching my dog, he's doing that sleep seizure thing. You need to go to your destination that you're going to camp overnight at or whatever, and then you can get drunk off your butt if that's what you feel like you need to do. But so far as, let me fix this. Oh, sorry. I have a pain in my muscle and I need support. Okay. So, yeah, you could get drunk once you get to your destination if you feel like you have to do that. But when you're on the water, come on. Let's use some common damn sense. Okay? Let's use common sense. People, they do that at the job. They get real careless. I've been working this job for 25 years. I know what I'm doing. Right. And all it takes is one split second of something going wrong. and you don't bother wearing your safety belt or your harness or your helmet. You don't even bother with that because you know what you're doing. Really? It takes a split second for something to go wrong, and now you're caught in a machine that turned on while you were in it, and it never was supposed to do that, and now you're dead. And yes, that does happen. And yes, I've seen the result of industrial type accidents on the job where you can't even identify what that person is. You can't. And all of that's preventable. 1000% preventable. So I want people to start using their damn brains and put your goddamn life jacket on. Don't make me come over there. Put the damn thing on. It makes no sense. I was helping, can't talk. I was helping a guy in a pool. I used to swim constantly. This pool was 13 feet, but the one pool that I was in was 16 feet. They got rid of that pool. It was an outdoor pool. So I was trying to go all the way to the bottom at the 16 feet and I couldn't because the pressure on my ears was unbearable. And yes, I did the plug the nose and push and, try to get that pressure off your ears and nothing worked. So I just decided, I think I made it down to 15 feet. And I said, I'm not doing the last foot because I cannot make it down there. And I'm not going to damage my eardrums or whatever. So I just wasn't going to do it. But anyway, the indoor pool that they still had, I was helping this guy because I used to have a phobia for water because a guy tried to fill me up in the pool. We had a problem. I'm not down for that. And I wouldn't let him fill me up in the pool. And he decided to shove me in the deep end. And I'd never been in the deep end before. And so I won't allow him to touch me. And so I need to die. I need to lose my life. Do you hear how crazy that sounds? Somebody needs to lose their life because you want to violate them and they don't want you to. Anyway, it took me many, many years to recover from the phobia of water. And I'm better now. Like I said, I was in 16 feet. I've swam in the ocean, obviously, swam in many lakes and all of that. So I'm over it. I used to panic when my feet didn't touch the bottom. I would panic. I don't do that anymore. But I know how paralyzing that fear is. It's crippling, okay? So I was helping this guy. He's an Indian guy. And I was trying to help him. And I had him put 2 noodles under his arms. And I took him to the deep end. And it was 13 feet. And I said, are you okay? You want to go back? He's like, yeah. So I took him back. And I said, I'm going to finish my laps, but I'm going to physically go to where the pool drops off in the deep end. I'm going to physically go to that line to show you, don't get past this line because I don't want him to drown while I'm trying to do my laps. So I came back from doing one of my laps and I was coming up on him and I felt panic in my entire body. I just felt like a whoosh of panic, like whoa. It just I can't describe it, but I felt his panic in my body, and I seen his arms beating the water violently, and I just managed to yell help to the lifeguard, and I got to give her props. She responded in less than I mean, see how fast it took me to snap my finger? That's how fast she was in the water. And she had her glasses on. She did lose her glasses. They had to, figure out where they were after the fact. But she didn't mess around. She got him out of there. And I went over to him and I said, what happened? And he said, I must have went past the line. I didn't mean to, this and that. And I said, do you want to go, he had gotten out of the water. And I said, do you want to go back in? And he goes, no. Yeah, so he wasn't really down for that. I hope that wasn't enough to cause him to have phobia, because once that phobia kicks in, it's almost impossible to get rid of it. I think I got a hair on my face. It's almost impossible to get rid of that. So, but that's just case in point how it takes a split second for something to go wrong. Okay? A split second. Less than a split second. Oh, what is happening? What's happening? Hold on. I don't see it, but I can feel it. There it is. It's driving me insane. Okay, it's a short drive. Anyway, so wear your damn life jacket. Don't be dumb. Don't try to be cute to your friends. I don't need no life jacket, man. Really? My friends are going to a wake today because he didn't think he needed one either. This shit is preventable. Sometimes in life, a lot of times in life, we have to use common sense. You know, if you have you know, a swimming pool that's above ground, make sure you've got a fence around it that your kids cannot get in there when you're not there. Make sure that part of the fence is locked. They can't get in there. Make sure that if there's a ladder, you remove the ladder so they can't somehow manage to get in there anyway. I mean, you know, we just have to use common sense, and putting these little parameters in place make a massive difference between the very fine line between life and death. You know, and myself and my friend, for those of you who already heard this story, maybe you want to go get a snack or something. But me and my friend we were on his jet ski at the Lake of the Ozarks, and I am in love with water. I think I'm part koi. That's a fish, by the way. It's like a giant goldfish. Maybe I'm part koi, but I love the water. And he was talking macho. I'm not wearing no life jacket. I don't never wear a life jacket. I said, let me explain something to you. If you don't wear it, we're not going. I'm not going with you. If you're going to be with me, you're going to have a life jacket on. Period. So he wore his life jacket. Well, guess what? When we were, you know, like I said, those of you already know this story. We went to the lake. It was a heavy boat presence, lots of boats on the water. So the water's going to be a little bit maniacal. And we got hit, we got broadsided, and we got thrown from the jet ski in a split second. I didn't have time to scream. All I had, when I was airborne, all I had time to do was go, ah! That's all I had time. I didn't have time to scream. So this is how fast something can change on the water. He didn't have the kill switch on either around his wrist. You're supposed to wear that. So if you get thrown, the jet ski stops because you pulled the key out when you went flying, or you had an emergency and whatever. He didn't have it on. He said he'll never do that again, because not only did we get thrown, but the jet ski was going around in circles without us. And my friend has heart issues, and he was trying to haul ass to get to it, and he was struggling. And it's a lot harder to swim with a life jacket on, but you don't want to take it off because you don't want to risk drowning. And yes, people drown there all the time. So use some common damn sense. Wear a life jacket. Get your favorite color, blue, purple, whatever, you know, green, whatever you know, if you can't find it in the stores, look online. Go to boating stores. Go to places like oh, I can't think of it. I can't think of what it's called right now. Like Bass Pro Shop, you know, places like that. They have a whole bunch of life jackets. Probably sporting goods places will have them also. I mean, there is no excuse not to have one. You could find one in your favorite color. Get over it. You know, nobody needs to go to the funeral or go to your wake and see your body in a box because you're dead, because you were not smart, and because you weren't smart and you didn't use precautions, now you're dead. And your family and friends, your husband, your wife, your children are devastated for the rest of their life because of something that could have been prevented. So come on, people, let's use some common damn sense. Let's use common sense. Every year people drown. It makes no sense. And I'm not talking something that happened beyond your control. I'm talking that's just a precaution that you should do. Period. Okay? All right, guys, use your brains. Live to see another day. Have fun underwater, but be safe and use common sense, okay? Don't leave the life jacket on your boat because that ain't helping you. That's not helping you. That's dumb. That's really dumb. And I've heard of people doing that. One guy got caught in an undertow on the Mississippi River. He's the one I had to fire because he decided he's going to tell me how things are going to go. And he was jealous of my connection with one of my friends who's a guy. If you're that insecure, I don't want you anyway. So don't know what to tell you. Get over it. Get a life. So anyway, he got caught in an undertow. And he didn't, I said, did you have your life jacket on? He said, no, it was on a boat. I said, you're lucky to be alive. He said, I know. He said, it felt like the most powerful vacuum cleaner you could ever feel. That's what the undertow felt like. Nature is not playing with you. And, you know, one thing, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, Mother Nature doesn't give a rat's ass. Let me repeat that. Mother Nature doesn't give a rat's ass about, I was a lifeguard my whole life. You know, this is what you're telling people. I got trophies for swimming. I was on the swim team. You know, I'm an expert. Mother Nature's like, oh, really? You an expert? Okay, here's a magazine, right? You're an expert? There you go. That's how easily she'll toss you. She'll be like, you can hold on to one of your trophies while I throw you over there. Like you weigh 1 ounce. Because that's the power and the force of water. It's not playing with you. So, I've never been in my boat without having a life jacket on. Never. Never. Not even for 2 seconds. I'm just going to go in here for 2 seconds. No. And most of the bodies of water I'm on are super calm. I don't care. I'm wearing it. Period. That's just what I do. So, come on, people. Let's be smart. So, you know, we can have fun and not end up having a wake or a funeral. For those of you who don't know what a wake is, some people are from other countries, they don't use that terminology or whatever, or people don't understand. A wake is like a funeral without the service. It's a visitation. You go, you know, the family and friends of the decedent, the person who's deceased, they go and they visit with them, you know, to see them for the last time, unless there's an open casket. If there's not an open casket, I don't know how that works. If they have an open casket and a wake, I don't really know. But the point of the wake is to go see you, visit with you, you know, at the funeral home. So they have it decorated really nice, and it, you know, it's just a warm atmosphere and, you know, that kind of thing. So anyway, be safe. Be smart, okay? It can make the difference between the fine line between life and death. You guys take care.